Good morning, good evening, good nights. Who's ready for a day of action? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Should be 12. What is that sound? Sounds like doggos getting uppo. Quicker picker upper. Quicker picker upper-o. Upper-o, bro. Okay. Okay, dokie. Like Kanye would say, okay. It's happening. It's happening. Okay. We gotta test this baby out. At the vertical. Not Mr. Horizontal. Let's fix the chat. Cool. We're good. We're gravy. Okay, we can close these now. Dun 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 dun. So, you should always start by looking at news for my new people. It's 9:22 a.m. Eastern Time. Of course, Doggo, now that we started the live, as you know, as usual, Doggo wants to get up and go. So we have news. Some of the big news already happened. Next news is at 10. 10, 10:30, 11, 12:30. Not really high impact news, but we have some news. Bigger news is earlier. I think because it's Thursday, we could see some decent volatility. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, baby. Oh, man. Who? Who? For the last, it's always like that. For the last hour, she's been chilling. The moment we start the live, she starts scratching and being active, radioactive. Oh, let me make sure you guys can. Ooh. 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 almost fumbled the bag. All this because I wanted to make sure you guys could see. See what I do? Okay. Now you can see. Let me let doggo out. $25, $23. That's what I'm talking about. It's up to you if you want to take the aggressive. Remember, we don't give financial advice here. This is for educational purposes only. There you go. Now my vertical people can take a look. Oh. Oh. Got the bear. And we got the wizard. Ten-ish. What were we doing? What were we doing? Okay. That shows up. That's good. Hi, hey. Hi, hey. Okay. Manage your trade. We got Wizzy the Wizard come in, and we got some conspiracies to check up on. You call that major news? Here's the real major news. And then of course we got crypto bubbles. Can I put the bear? Where is the bear? Yeah, there's the bear. Bear, oh bear, oh bear, oh bear. Call me Berry Berry. Gold Blue, your what? Your $1 account. Hopefully in a good way. Hello, Fahad. Yeah. Should have just waited for the live, Fahad, and traded with us live. Could have done a quick scalp for 30 pips. Gambling with unlimited leverage. Thought I was going to be a millionaire for $1. It could happen. It's not impossible. Did you watch Infinity Wars? Out of 14 million or billion, whatever realities, they won in one of them. Thanks to Tony Stark. Okay, for those of you that got in on the aggressive, you're up your 30, 40 pips, depending what your entry was. 30 to 40. So, manage your trade. Close partial, move stop loss. This is not financial advice. It's for educational purposes only. Make sure that you hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. We almost lost the live earlier. Put it here. On the vertical, I actually prefer it here. It's too much cluttered on one side. Know what I mean? Know what I mean, Jellybean? I'm now depressed and thinking I should have waited for Edwin Brothers Live. I agree. I agree. You should have. When I was a teenager, I worked at like a mechanic shop sort of thing. And there was a mechanic that worked there. I wanted to be a mechanic. There was a mechanic that worked there. He was a preacher at a church on weekends. And he spoke to me and he said, Edwin, do you know what the three saddest words in the English language are? And I said, you know what? I never thought of that. I never thought what the three saddest words are. I don't know. What are the three saddest words? Can you guess what the three saddest words are? Guess. Before I tell you, guess what you think they are. The three saddest words in the English language. Drop your guess in the chat what you think the three saddest words in the English language are. Or I should have stopped after closing that swing 1 to 10. I love you. You know what? That's very poetic. Those could be three sad words. Very poetic of you. The three saddest words. Sorry, I forgot the message I was giving. The three saddest words in the English language are I should have. I should have. Because by the time you speak those three words, I should have, it's too late. Does that make sense? Why can't I get rid of this? Now my question, what does man need or everyone need? The only thing you need in life is God. That's it. God, Creator, the Almighty, whatever you want to call it. Main and pause. So those are the three saddest words. My question, what does man need or everyone need? No, answers $1 more. That's not true. A man doesn't need any dollars. Realistically, no human needs a single dollar. You don't need it. In society, it's required to be used to access things and to be used for commerce, but you don't need it. Three, two, one. Cha-ching. Does that change it? Yeah. That's okay. Oh, cha-ching. All right. Let's see what's going on in Disclose today. Let's see what we can disclose today. NASA claims 2024 was the warmest year on record. Probably. Hello, Rosanna Rose. We have crypto bubbles open for you this morning. Britain's gas storage levels concerningly low after cold snap. Speaking of cold snaps, for those of you that live in warm climates and you've never experienced snow or anything below like -4 degrees Celsius, the weather could get so cold that it literally shatters the ground. Okay. I think it was called permafrost. So when the layer of ground freezes, obviously the ground gets cold. When it gets cold enough, a thick layer of ground gets so cold that it snaps from the soil and dirt and all that below. And you can hear it snap. Like, it's loud. It's scary, actually. Meta kills DEI programs. Meta deletes trans non-binary messenger themes. Okay, we saw that yesterday. Tornado, Firespin, LA. Humanoid robot, we saw that. China in talks to sell TikTok to Elon Musk. It's not going to happen. It's just propaganda for sure. FDA bans red dye number 3 from foods. Well, my American friends, perhaps now you will learn that there are countries beyond your borders. Perhaps my American friends will now learn that Canada is not south of the border. And yes, I've met many Americans that think Canada is south of the border. I've met several Americans that think that the USA is at the top of North America. For my American friends, please understand this. I love you guys. But anyone from North, Central, South America is technically an American. This is called the Americas. So you Americans, we all refer to you as Americans. But you're United States of Americans. You're USAians. So as a Canadian, we're American. As a Colombian, we're American. If you're from Peru, you're American. If you're Brazilian, you're American. If you're from Mexico or Costa Rica or from Guyana, you are American. Just a different part of America, of the Americas. And a lot of Americans that I've spoken to get really angry and say that I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. And I do know what I'm talking about. You're not the only America. You're part of the Americas. So, I hope the ban of red food dye number 3 from foods helps. At first, I also thought that. Okay, no problem. Red food dye number 3. It's actually good. I'm glad to see that the U.S. is gonna have Kennedy take care of the health stuff, because all of us, like all the countries, have been getting screwed with what's in our food, and the fact that they're going to put like a big change in you guys' food is great for you, but it's good for all of us because it'll set the standard for sure. Because it's also not fair for Americans. Like, why is it okay for these corporations to put in these chemicals that they know harm people, and Americans don't have health care? Like, unless you have like insurance and stuff, but even then, one thing is to have health care, another thing is to have insurance. To say, oh well, most Americans have health insurance, sure, but to get a claim or to have an insurance company approve something is way harder than healthcare. If you're in a country that has healthcare, you don't have to argue anything. It's covered. If you have coverage with an insurance company, you have to like cross your fingers that they approve it sometimes. So the Central America is America, but when we include others, it's USA. So Canada is part of North America. Canada, US. Some people would argue that Mexico is part of North America. So the debate there could be that Mexico is part of North America or Central America. So you have North America, Central America, South America. These 3 are called the Americas. So when the Europeans came here long time ago, when our ancestors were black and indigenous, they went looking to explore. Look in the history books. They went looking to explore the Americas. So this was the Americas. It was, the whole thing was the Americas. Look, the Let's give a geographical thing here. The Americas. The Americas, sometimes collectively called America. Collectively. So all three of them together, this is America. But because it's divided into 3 sections, it's called the Americas. So this is, I am in America. As a Canadian, I am living in Canada. I'm in America. The Americas, sometimes collectively called America, known initially as Indianova, are the landmass comprising of the totality of North America and South America when viewed as a single continent. The Americas, or America, is the second largest continent right after Asia and third largest continent by population. The Americas make up most of the land in Earth's west hemisphere and comprise of the New World Order. Along with their associated islands, the associated islands, which is part of the Caribbean and stuff like that, in other areas. The topography is dominated by the America Cordillera, a long chain of mountains that runs the length of west. The flatter east side of the Americas, dominated by larger views. Since the Americas extends 14,000, we're going to go here very widely from the Arctic tundra of northern Canada, Greenland, and Alaska to the tropical rainforests of Central America and South America. Humans first settled the Americas from Asia between 20,000 and 16,000 years ago. Second migration that followed later from Asia. Subsequent migration Inuit. So indigenous people completed generally here. The first known European settlement in the Americas was by the Norse explorer Leif Erikson. However, the colonization never became permanent and was later abandoned. The Spanish voyages of Christopher Columbus from 1492 to 1504 resulted in permanent contact with the Europeans and subsequently other old war powers, which eventually led to the Columbian Exchange and inaugurated a period of exploration, conquest, and colonization. That's to South America. That's where Colombia, Venezuela, and Ecuador came from. But the name America came from, I don't know. I don't know where it came from. But you learned something new. Here, where does the name America come from? America, or the Americas, is a name used to refer to the landmass constituting the continent north from which large landmass. Okay, cool. This is telling us what it is, but where did it come from? The first humans to settle in the Americas were from Asia, possibly 42,000 and 70,000. I don't know. It doesn't say anywhere where the name Americas came from. That's just what the continent is called. The continent named itself. One day, it woke up and it said, I am America. Cardano. Cardano, you're shrinking, Cardano. Hex. Oh my goodness, look at this. What kind of coin is this? What a stinky coin. Bald eagle per cheeseburger. Yes. It sounds like Fahad is learning American measurements. Yes, you can still enter. If you haven't already, yes. You can have a slightly better entry now. If you want to see if it goes to more modest, that's up to you. Damn, those nice bicep pumps. Every time my brother Sam, the guy in the chat, Sam, he was my personal trainer. This guy is like, he's built like a tank. Picture the Hulk. He's bigger than the Hulk. And whenever he'd flex and stuff in the mirrors, he'd always hold his breath and he'd go. He's jacked. That guy's a beast. I remember one day he was doing overhead presses and he goes, Edwin, can you spot me? I was like, it would be an honor to spot you. Absolutely. You're asking me to spot you? Absolutely. And they I think they were like 100 pounds each one. I don't know. It was, I can't touch that weight. So he starts lifting. I put my hand under his shoulders. Okay. And he starts to struggle. I put my hand under his shoulder. He asked me to help him. I couldn't even help his arms. I told him, bro, you're on your own. Like, I'm no use here. I can't even lift the free weight. I can't even lift one weight. I can't. How do you want me to support your shoulders? If you can't hold it, I'm no help here. Just drop it, man. And that's the story of when I spotted Sam. Hunter Biden artwork worth millions of dollars destroyed in LA fires. This is so stupid. How many people have lost all of their belongings in these fires? How many people have lost their belongings, their investments, their property, things they care about, all of their Diddy evidence? How many people have lost all the evidence to getting caught with Diddy or Epstein? How many insurance companies canceled fire policies before the fires started? Which now they're not going to cover people, of course. I bet you they'll cover Hunter Biden's artwork because it's Hunter Biden. He's a PDF file. Critical Ocean. So he's allegedly a PDF file. I have to say that before they come after me. Not every company, but most companies, or a lot of companies, I should say, because I don't know the facts, so I don't want to just speak as if I know for a fact. But I do know for a fact that a lot of companies did cancel people's policies a bit before the fire started. And some people tried to respond and say, oh, well, fires are normal, which they are. Fires are normal this time of year, or around there. So it's normal for them to cancel policies. No, that's not true. There's people that have been paying for years and years and years and years and years. And this year they decided to cancel people's policies. People that have been paying for decades. So that's not a coincidence. You can't tell me that's a coincidence. Buy Ukraine weapons with $250 billion of frozen Russia assets. Oh my god. What about mayhem? Critical ocean current has not declined in the last 60 years. Number of firearms in civilian possession. So how are you keeping track of people's firearms, really? Back to school supplies over here. Fahad's favorite, BBC.com. Israeli cabinet yet to vote on ceasefire deal. It's just sad. I don't care if someone's from Israel or if someone is from Palestine, or from Iran, or from Ukraine, or from Russia. I don't care where anyone's from. If you're an innocent person that has nothing to do with the elites and their problems, and you're involved or have family involved in this mess, then my heart goes out to you. I don't care where you're from, what your background is, where you live. I don't know what you mean, Fahad. Why no Diddy? I didn't say anything. We're just looking at BBC News. Nothing wrong with BBC. What's wrong with a little BBC? As long as you don't take in too much BBC, you should be good. Too much BBC can damage your brain. Not too much, but a little. Exactly. Do. 3.1, 256, 3. W indeed. When you get in a super hyper duper rocket car. Not anytime soon. They're excited. They hit some profits. That's good, Cookie. Chill. Relax. Cookie dear. Cookie dear. They're excited. Remember, I have multiple lives happening at the same time. So they're from a different live. I forgot to connect that live. I just reconnected it now. What are those www winning winners? Who's Cookie? You'll have to see. Maybe one day you'll find out who Cookie is. I'm Cookie. I'm your Cookie. Sometimes that chat gets too wild, so I keep it out of here, because then it's just too much. Who's Cookie? I'm Cookie. I'm Cookie, darling. I'm gonna take them out of here. I'll keep that chat isolated. I want a cookie. I love cookies. I'm gonna take this chat out of here. They have their own conversation going. Make sure you manage your trade. Doing it live. No smokes, no mirrors. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. Ding ding. Ding ding. Does that mute it? Yeah. What about like that? Too low? Too low. So slow. Manage your trade. How about like this? Okay, I like that volume. Blow some balloon. That is Diddy. Very Diddy. Very Diddy of you. Hey! Celebrate! You just wanted to see some balloons? What's funny is when I do a zoom, so I have two cameras here. I have my like this camera, like the handheld camera that I have connected to the computer, and then I have the integrated camera that's on the laptop. So I use the handheld camera, and so the way I have it set up, it's actually upside down. So my camera is actually looking at me upside down. So with the software I use, I have to turn it right side up. So that's why when I do this, it has these like features that does those things. So it's actually bringing the balloons from the bottom up. But because I turn the image upside down to make it right side up, they're going from bottom up, but I'm actually flipped upside down. So when I'm on Zoom and I do things, because I'll do this a lot. Like, it's not uncommon for me to do thumbs up. But when I do this on a Zoom, I ruin my message. I ruin my message when I do that, because not only do balloons show up and ruin what I'm saying, but they show up upside down. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, let's look at crypto. Mamma mia, pizzeria. Or was it yesterday? So this is right now, 9. When we were looking at it yesterday, it was around here. So it's around the same price. Crypto the dog. Who has watched the Daredevil trailer? You have to watch it. You have to watch the Daredevil trailer. I don't want to say that it looks so good, because how can I explain it? The way that Daredevil was on Netflix, the originally, it had a certain tone to it. You know what I mean? Like, it had a certain theme. It was its own way. Now that it's under Disney's umbrella, and they're making it continue or tie into what it was before, when you watch it, it's not the same tone. It's similar, but it's like they mixed the tone from movies with the tone from the show. So it's its own theme, it's its own tone. So you're gonna watch it and feel excited that it's Daredevil and Punisher and Kingpin, Wilson Fisk. You're gonna be excited that it is them from what you've seen, and it has the elements from it, but it's different. You'll see what I mean. Maybe it's just me. How many pips are we gonna catch today? Catch these hands like you catch the bus. What we need is a different playlist. Check this one out. This one's very like cartoony, video game-ish. What happened to those people in LA that said, "Oh no, shitty Bitcoin, I'm gonna buy some real property"? So just like with those in Palestine Israel conflict or Ukraine Russia, I'm not gonna make fun of those that lost their houses, whether they invested in real estate or whatever. That's just what happens. The same thing can happen here in Canada, where because of the cold, pipes can burst and then your whole house gets flooded. So it happens, unfortunately. Look at it like that's just where they chose to put their money, and it was a safe investment for them. You can't control a fire like that, whether it was intentionally done or natural disaster. That's out of your control. It's like, what about the people that bought gold and silver instead of Bitcoin or property? Okay, it's not on fire, but they can't go get it. What about the people that invested in art? What about the people that invested in Pokemon cards? People that invested in I don't know, jewelry, paintings or something, like Hunter Biden. It definitely sucks for those that invested in real estate. Remember, where there is fear, panic, tragedy, disaster, there's opportunity. So all of these houses and all of these properties are destroyed. So, I mean, it sucks. It sucks. It's horrible. But it's going to create an investment opportunity. At the same time, it's also going to create a shift in real estate. Because if you live there, like let's say you live there, first of all, the whole place is decimated. Like it's done. It's fried. You lost your place. Let's say the insurance is going to cover it. Do you want to live there? Like, are you going to want to live there again? It's not the same place. So most likely, the people that can afford to buy a property from here, they're going to buy somewhere else. People that were renting, they're going to go somewhere else. So these people have to go live somewhere. So chances are they're going to move to another state or a different part of the state. So there's an investment opportunity there. Also, there's an opportunity for people's investments, because now there's you have a whole new market of new renters. LA Firecoin. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody made one. There you go. The same way you're thinking of LA Firecoin, or like how I thought of Crypto the Dog. If you keep thinking like that, okay, the moment something happens, you go and look for a token made out of it. If you do that, that's how you can, that's one way, one of many ways that you can catch big meme coins before they happen. What would be the greatest investment for the next 10 years? The greatest investment for the next 10 years would be in yourself. Thanos was right then. Explain what you mean by Thanos was right, because I could be a nerd and explain to you what he was doing. Or we can go into many things. So explain, what do you mean by Thanos is right? Well, yeah, I mean, people are making money off of it. For sure. Look, $286. No volume. The best one here is this one. Look. So, again, just like Crypto the Dog coin, LA Firecoin, if you keep thinking like that, look it up and be ready to even put $10, $10, $20. You can take advantage of these things before they happen, or as they happen, if you can move fast enough. Because look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days ago. On the 10th. How much would you have made? Let's say on the first day. Let's say you got in at this price. $10. 1, 2, 3, 885. You would have, if you put $10, you'd have 1,129,943.5 La Fire tokens. Right now, it would be worth your $10 would be worth $29.63 as of right now. So you would have tripled your money. That's a good return. Turn 10 into 30. 10 into 30, 10 into 20, 10 into 15. Just with these stupid things. What else? Daredevil trailer just dropped. Look at this. Daredevil dog. What is the villain? I forgot his name. The man without mirror British crime boss kingpin was replaced in chapter Disney Plus. What's the guy's name? Muse. His name is Muse. Nope. Zuckerberg. What else is going on? What else is in the news we can take advantage of? InfoWars. James O'Keefe. Breaking! LA fire captain who warned of impending firestorm blows the whistle and exposes bureaucratic sabotage of the Los Angeles firefighting system. 10:36. I forgot about the 10:30 news. Didn't have much impact. So drove things up, and now it'll probably continue back where it was going. Took some orders, and let's see. Let's see what's crack-a-lackin'. What's going on in the world today? People fighting, looting, polluting, so okay. Perfect. Wizard. Do we have wizard coins? We should make our own. Should make our own. Doom. Oh, right, it's late for you. All right, Fahad. Brother, thank you for staying up. Thank you for staying up and joining the live. Always a pleasure to have you. The rest of you could learn from Fahad, because he's not shy to message on. He's not shy to message on the live, on the YouTube. Some of you are shy and just message me on Telegram, which is why I focus on if you message me on the live, I'll respond to the live first. So Fahad, thank you, my brother. Have an awesome evening. Sleep. Be good. Be good. Don't be a very good bad boy. And I'll see you in the chats. In your morning, my evening. You get to watch the trade just flow into our favor. Had a great refreshment with your live now. It wasn't milk, was it? No milk. Was it milk? You said no milk for 30 days. No dairy. Was it dairy? You forgot. No milk. Good. Good man. No worries, Fahad. Have an awesome night. Thank you, Fahad. Rock. Dance. Let's go with dancing electronic. Something a little different. No, I don't like it. No, sir, I don't like it. Okay, we'll go with this one. Making a new playlist here. Nope. Yep. These ones, the mood are inspirational, and you can kind of sense that. I don't like that. I'm liking that. Nope. That one's dramatic. If it breaks this area, if it breaks here, should have a good run. Happy. I don't know, some of these are alright, but so far I'm not feeling it. Will you marry me? William Erhim me. This one's called Mariachi Madness. I'm gonna throw this in the mix just for fun. Nah, I don't like that. Break here and we're golden. Nope. Let's try pop. Three, two, 1, 0. You just gotta break through this support. How's that 1 hour looking? We might be okay. 4 hour. Let's pull back. Let's see how the hour closes. Let's hopefully we don't regret it. I'm not liking these. These suck. Drop the tapes. Okay, so pop sucks. Let's see cinematic. The fact that it can be done. Like 5K. I can see why they do it. But 5K, get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. 5K to restore that? I don't think so. But I'm grateful that the guy did it though. So thank you. At the same time, it's in my awareness that it's possible. Ambient. Inspirational, sad, dark. Let's see, dark. No. What about... Let's see rock. No, that's too rock. That's too howdy for me. It's nice. I like it, but not for a live. Classic. It's the OG. 20 seconds for the 5 minutes close. 6 minutes for the hour close. We just gotta break this structure. Just gotta break here. Where were we? Here. Let's start with our new playlist. Added January 2018, 2014, 2024. What was this? Jane Street? Welcome back, Fahad. All I Am. Let's see this one. This is a new one. No, we've used this one. This one also. Just say it, Fahad. You missed me. It's okay. Do I still remember my first love? Yeah, my mom was my first love, technically. So you went to sleep. And you went to bed. You got yourself ready. You brushed your teeth. You took off your wig. You went under the covers. And you're like, oh, I'm so tired. And then you thought to yourself, wait, I can't sleep. I need to ask Edwin if he still remembers his first love. Who broke your heart, Fahad? Who broke your heart? Somebody broke your heart for you to be thinking like that. Damn, man, exact same thing. You guessed, but no wig. No wig. I'm sure you wear a wig. You probably wear a wig, yeah. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. I don't judge. It's fine. I'm not judging. It's okay. Okay, here, we'll start with these ones. I definitely didn't put those. This one. January, October. What's the mood? Mood. Genre. Why would I wear a wig? Why not? What's wrong with wearing a wig? It's okay to wear a wig. I accept you for who you are, Fahad. It's okay if you wear a wig. Who hurt you, Fahad, is the real question. Who broke your heart? Who broke your heart to have you thinking about Edwin's first love? My first love was my mom. And then probably second would be my sister. And then the only love that matters after that is the one I have now. Man, if I go bald, I wouldn't wear a wig. I'm who I am. I don't. No, I agree. My teenage love. Wow, that would have to be a game called Diablo 2. I'll show you. This is from Activision. Diablo 2. I like playing Diablo 2, the expansion pack, Lord of Destruction. So we called it LOD. Lord of Destruction, LOD. Initial release date, June 28, 2000. This I played throughout all of my teen years. This, Diablo 2, and a game that you know now that's still around is Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike. That Counter-Strike, Diablo, Counter-Strike, Diablo 2, and I'm in love now. Who cares about high school? I'm in love now. Turning 37 this year. Whatever I thought love was in high school doesn't matter. What matters is what love is now. The love I have now is the only important love. My current love. Oh, also StarCraft. StarCraft, Counter-Strike, and Diablo 2. Diablo 2 was my number one love in my teenage years. Counter-Strike would have to be 2, and then StarCraft 1 would have to be my third love. What is there to be scared of? Right now you're young, so you don't understand. The only love that matters is your current love. Past loves don't matter. It's like if you had an ice cream. You're having an ice cream right now. You're not going to worry about an ice cream you had when you were 7 years old. Doesn't matter. It's gone. It's melted, eaten. It's already been processed. You don't even think about old ice creams. If you're still thinking about old ice creams, you probably shouldn't be getting a new ice cream. Yeah. That's why I'm asking. Who hurt you, Fahad? Who hurt you? Someone hurt you for you to be asking. Because you're probably still thinking about this person and you're asking, hey, he's older. Did he go through something like what I'm going through now? Did he go through a love in his teenage years and then it didn't work out? How did he get over it? Does he still think about her? Because I myself, Fahad, I'm still thinking about this girl that I've been thinking about for the last few months. It's been a year since her and I were together and she was my teenage love and I don't know how to handle it. I can't go to sleep and I can't put my wig back on because I think about this love and I need to know if elder brother Edwin has gone through similar. Yeah, I've gone through similar, sure. But you don't think about old experiences. There was a girl in my 16s, but it was one-sided. And it still hurts, huh? It's normal. It's normal if it still hurts. It's fine. Like, I'm not making fun. I'm saying, like, it's normal to go through those things. And over the years as you mature and stuff, over the years as you mature, you'll grow out of it. It's fine. Then you find someone better. You will find someone better and with better qualities and more serious. New experiences, like new experiences with this new person, and then you'll think to yourself, like, what the hell was that? With the previous or the old relationships, you'd be like, what the hell was that? I don't. Who even cares about those times? You'll be okay, Fahad. You will live to wear the wig another day. I'm just bugging you with the wig. When you say that's why you're still here, okay, so is this girl from when you were 16 what keeps you up at night? You said it was one-sided. Is it that you liked her and she didn't like you? And she kind of taunted me for money, so I'm here trying to make money. Oh, okay. That's the motivation. I get it. Unless she's rich. Unless she's rich or she's making money, like unless her parents are rich or she's making money, for her to taunt you for not having as much money or having a certain expectation, the one with the real problems is her. Think of it like this. How can I put it? Let me put this properly. I've had people that grew up with parents that have money and like they had a good life, whatever, and that's fine. I'm not hating on that. But they would give me advice on how I should live my life and how I should make money when they come from money and it's their parents that make the money. So should I be listening to them or their parents? If their parents gave me advice, that's different. But if they give me advice or judgment, then I really can't take their advice because they didn't do anything to really earn what they have or really understand what I'm going through. So there's this guy here. One of my best friends, he was close friends with him. And this guy, his family is multi-millionaire family over here. Okay. His dad grew up poor. His dad grew up totally poor. And he became like CEO of a company and he became like a millionaire overnight. Like he got like some crazy commission or something like that. After working so hard or whatever, sold a company, or I don't remember what it was, but it's like he went from being poor, having no money, to the next day making the biggest check of his life, and it was like a few $1,000,000. So imagine that, okay? So he wasn't lucky, but he worked for it. His dad worked for it. And so his two sons, so my friend's friend, grew up in multi-millionaire lifestyle, flying privates to islands and this and that, vacation anywhere, like whatever what you see on TV, that's his lifestyle. Okay? His dad would get him jobs at like the best places and stuff like that. He had the best education. So he doesn't know what it's like to struggle. He has no idea. And he would watch me like go here, go courses there, go to trainings here, and like struggle here and try this and hustle that and whatever. And he would try to tell me how I'm doing things wrong and how I like try to give me financial advice, and I'd stop and listen because he comes from money, so maybe he's gonna say something good. But he's talking to me like he's up here and I'm down here. But he's never been down here. So he's telling me how to get up to him, but nothing of what he's saying even applies. So I would stop and listen and be like, okay, so are you giving me a solution or are you just giving me an opinion? And it was really just opinions. So he's in no place, because even though the lifestyle he had is like what I wanted, he's in no place to give me the advice on how to get there, because he's never taken anybody there. His dad, if his dad were giving me advice, yeah, absolutely. His dad even would tell him how I remind him of him. So if his dad is saying that I remind him of him, if I remind his father of himself, then that means I'm doing the actions that his father was doing. So if this girl was broke, let's say, and she's taunting you about money and stuff, who the hell is she? She was like, you don't even have money. Why would I choose you? That burnt the fire in me. Become the richest in my bloodline. Look, it's good. It's good if that helped ignite a fire. But at some point, you're going to have to make the motivation not even involve her. Because at this point, she still has power over you. Because then what? Tomorrow you make $1 million. You're obviously not going to take this girl. So if you're not going to take her at some point, make her feel like she regretted what she said. Okay, great. By the time she's over 30, she's probably slept with so many guys that have money that she's worthless. Because she has basically sold her body for money, in a sense. She's not really valuing herself and people, because to choose someone because they have money shows that her values are in the wrong place. And like a strong woman doesn't focus on that. Now, is it like, from a woman's perspective, is that good if she looks at someone that has money? Sure, of course. But is she judging them because of that? That's horrible. Because if a guy is broke, but he's trying to make something of himself, that's way different than a guy that's broke and doing nothing. So I learned something in making good amounts that most teenagers dream of making in Asia, and that is day trading, and I'm trying to grow some business. What business are you trying to grow? Are you trying to grow a wig business? A local chain of business? What kind of business? Dance electronic. We'll do this one. Damn, get rid of that wig. No. No, we will not get rid of the wig. The wig is here to stay. The wig is here to stay. Wiggy, 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 wiggy. Here, this is the song for you, okay? Future wig. I can't play the song. So I get copyright strike. Wicked. Wiki, 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 wiki. You can look it up. Oh my god, what is this word here? I'm gonna get canceled. Oh my goodness. So look it up. A song is called Wicked. Wiggy, 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 wiggy. He's saying wicked, but sounds like wiggy. I thought he was saying wiggy, even though the song's called Wicked. I don't like this one. Wig, wig, wig. So when you say you're looking to start or have a chain of businesses, what comes to mind? What is the first business you want to start? What is the first business you want to start and when? Midnight Velvet. Some online store. Well, Fahad, you don't have a clear vision yet. Some online store. What kind of online store? What are you selling? What are you selling online? Clothes? Soap? Coffee? Protein powders? Pens? Coffee machines? Light bulbs? Bags? Hammers? Shoes? Okay, so do you want to be selling clothing? Are you starting a clothing business or are you starting a clothing brand? Gen Alpha. Okay, let's see. Well, first of all, Gen Alpha. People born after 2010. I know I'm not going to like this. Okay, Gen Alpha clothes. So this is what you want to wear. Okay, I mean, if that's what excites you. Oh, this is Gen Alpha. Oh, here's Fahad making business deals. So that's good. You have in mind that you want to focus on Gen Alpha. Like, jokes aside, it's good that you have a clear vision of you want to focus on Gen Alpha. So you have your niche. That's good. But are you selling clothes? Like, is the business selling clothes, or is the business the brand and you sell clothes with the brand? My first clear vision is get 2 million in funding in trading. It's possible, yeah. It's good. As long as you have one focus at a time. Here's your first shirt. Okay. I should get this for my sister. Her baby is going to be born in March, but her baby is Gen Beta. This is going to be my nephew, her son, with virtual reality glasses. This is the first virtual device. Virtual Boy by Nintendo. One of Nintendo's, they call it a failure. It was a failure. In Nintendo's books, this was a failure. It didn't have a lot of games. First, people were apparently getting headaches for playing it too long because of all the red. And the red was basically lasers. I remember my cousin had it. He had this. And when I'd go to my grandma's place, I'd play it. I loved playing on this thing. When I started to make money, I bought this with all the games that I had in a Blockbuster Video case. And I bought it off of eBay for like $500 something. And now it's like, last time I checked, it was like $1,500 on Facebook Marketplace. Oh, dang. There we go. Solder fixed. I gotta get mine solder fixed. This is the case. The case is $800. No insert. See, mine has the insert, everything. This is what I have. I'm missing like 4 of these games. This hoodie was made with child labor. These could work, man. These could work. These So you've seen my entries. I have a separate account to gamble, $10, $20 in news. Cool. So these are your designs, these shirts. Hide and seek champion. That's gutsy. I like these shirts. I like these shirts. Like, usually when people show me their designs and stuff, I'm like, whatever. Like, that's creative. These I like. I can appreciate these. Not something I would wear. Not something I would wear because, and I'm gonna say this bluntly, the level of maturity in it shows that it's your age group. I'll put it that way. Like if I wore these shirts, it would make me look immature. So it's definitely your generation. But I can appreciate them. I see that these would actually work. So you've seen my entries and risk management. So what you say based on my entries, can I get 2 million? I don't fully analyze your entries. I just look at what you have. But from what I've seen, what you share, when I look at them, you have the right idea. Some mentorship and more intense sessions would definitely help you refine more understanding and execution and follow through, for sure. But overall, like, you actually have the right idea and you're on the right track. They're my target youths. Yeah, no, I see that. For that demographic, these shirts are perfect. The shirts 1000% will work. For sure. Especially with that demographic. Like, even when I was that age, when I was like 18 to 25, I would have wanted to buy some of those shirts. I have all these systems, all these classic systems. And I'm like, sometimes I fight myself because I think I should just sell them because they're all, I bought them like investments. I should sell them because they've gained profit or make my money back for the ones that didn't go up. And just buy one of those boxes that have all the games in it. For the more intense sessions, I would put it this way. This is how I would, this is my perspective. When I first started to learn trading and investing, there was nobody to learn from. Like, there was nobody you could go online. Facebook didn't exist. Like, Facebook wasn't invented yet. Okay? Like, it didn't exist. When let me make sure I'm not lying. When was Facebook? 2004. So I was 16. Facebook was, well, I was 17, 18 years old when I wanted to learn. So I guess it was about 2 years old. Okay, so Facebook was about 2 years old and YouTube was still fairly young. It was probably what, under 10 years? – 2005. Damn. In my memory, I thought YouTube was first. Damn. Okay. So if you can imagine that. Okay? So YouTube is still new. Okay? 2005, I'm 17 years old. Okay, 2005, I'm 17 years old. There is no live streaming. It doesn't exist. No one's ever thought of live streaming. It doesn't exist. There's no live streaming. There's no channels like you see now. There's no courses. There's no internet gurus. None of that. There's no Zoom. There's no webinars. Skype doesn't exist yet. Video calling was only available from like one type of phone, which I was selling at the age of 18. So video calling is still like unknown. If you wanted to change your ringtone, you had to pay for it. Text messages were 10 cents a text message. Okay. So there was no one and nowhere to learn from, really. It's hard to find a place to learn from. The only place in the city that I found was $5,000 for a 2-day course at the brokerage, at the trading broker. And this was years later when I'm like 20 years old, 19, 20 years old. Okay. We find a place. It's like $3,000, $2,000 or $3,000. I give the guy $500. I learn for 2 days. He takes off to another province. Totally scammed us, but I was able to learn like 2 days worth, so I was happy. From there, I'm learning on my own. Good, bad, everything in between. I don't know what I'm doing right. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. All I know is I'm very good at losing. Okay? The only thing I know how to do is lose. Lose and do everything wrong. I don't even know how to do things right. And I don't even know how I'm doing things wrong. Okay? Every bad habit, I'm doing it. I don't know what a pip is, and I don't know what a lot size is. I don't know any of that. Risk management, never heard of it. Risk to reward, no clue. Okay, I don't know. Buy or sell, I just put one and I hope I did things right. You think you guys are gambling? You have no idea. We were worse gambling because we don't know. We have no clue. It's like you just close your eyes and just hope for the best. Okay? So do years of that, on and off. Make an account, guess, blow your account, stop. Like this for years. Then YouTube channels and stuff, more things start to come about. So now it becomes a little bit better. So as people start to push more training out there, we jump in, me and my friend, we jump in, try to learn a little bit more because we have a lot of bad habits. And then now we're mixing bad habits with new lessons. We're trying to do things for free because, hey, we have some experience in this. Like, why pay? And so we continue this. So we're trying to do things the free way. Because we thought, well, why pay? We don't need to pay. We just do it ourselves. When COVID came around, so 2020, and we're all forced at home, it became very clear that all these years of learning for free, I wasted so much time. Think about it. It's 2020 now. I just showed you from when I was 17, so 2005. So that's 15 years of on and off learning on my own for free, the hard way. You think you're learning the hard way? I had to learn the harder way. 15 years of time on and off, and how many accounts did I lose along the way? That's a lot of time and money that I lost. When I finally sat down and learned from the right people in the right group, I learned more focused in 6 months from the right people in the right group in 6 months than if I combine those 15 years. And what it cost me in those 6 months was way cheaper than what it cost me over those 15 years. It was real money. There was no demo account at that time. There was no such thing as demo account at that time. And if there was, we didn't know. Because this is before the iPhone. Smartphones, there was no smartphones. Android didn't exist. iPhone didn't exist. You don't know a world without Android and iPhone. You don't know a world without it. You don't understand. You have no idea what that world looks like. This was a time before 1080p. This is a time before 1080p resolution was normal. This was an era where 56 kilobytes per second internet was just being phased out of. 56 kilobytes per second. That was the last top speed, and then they went to DSL and cable internet. Yeah, 56 kilobytes per second. That was considered high speed. And then the internet was revolutionized with DSL and cable internet, which was way faster because it was, I don't know how many megabytes per second. On your phone, we're talking about flip phones. And if your phone wasn't a flip phone, it was just a regular looking phone, there was no touch screen. Maybe the most fanciest thing you'd have is a BlackBerry or a Palm Trio, which you have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. BlackBerry, Palm Trio, and a Windows Phone. Windows phones and Palm Trio, BlackBerry, these were phones for executives, not just Executive Zone. Like if you had these phones, you were either rich, an executive, your family had money, or you were a drug dealer. Yeah, see? Your mom had a BlackBerry because it's from that time. But here's the thing. There was a time where only those people had that. And then as the iPhone started to come out and all that, BlackBerry became more mainstream. So your mom has it from the time where all of us started to have it. But there was a time where only those people had those phones. If you pulled out a BlackBerry, there was a time, if you pulled out a BlackBerry, you were somebody. So look at that. From that time, like, that's how limited education and resources were. So we didn't really have a choice. There was nowhere to really learn it from. So we had to learn the hard way, way harder than you. And we didn't know what we were doing wrong. So taking those 15 years of learning things for free, the hard way, with no mentorship and no proper group structure, what would my life look like if I had, what would my life look like if I had the $5,000 to take that 2-day course from the broker? Because that was the only structured learning with actual mentorship available at the time. And that was in person. There's no Zooms, there's no courses, there's no school, like online school, there's no Discord. Discord didn't exist. There's no Telegram, there's no WhatsApp. None of that. So what would my life have looked like if I took a proper structured something? And now you can have access to daily group sessions. So, like, not this, I do this for fun. We have people in our group that attend the group sessions. Sometimes they'll tune into the live here and they're focused there. But what you learn structured and focused in 6 months is way more than what I learned in 15 years. 15 years for free the hard way. It was more expensive for me, not just with time, but the amount of money I lost in accounts doing it over and over and over again. What strategies used back then? I have no idea. Because no one was teaching strategies. You would open up your brokerage account, and then it was very simple. You open up your brokerage account. You can't look at it on your phone because smartphones didn't exist. So you have to go from the web browser. You access it. And it was very simple. You either knew what you were looking at or you didn't. There was MACD. There was MACD and RSI. That's it. Now, you either knew how to read MACD or you didn't. RSI or you didn't. And then we started to hear about Fibonacci retracement and golden ratios. ICT probably wasn't even born yet. Back then you have to open physical accounts hand to hand. Thankfully, it wasn't that far back. I remember I thought to myself, I'm a smart kid. I'm going to go to the bank. Yeah, I'm going to go to the bank and I'm going to invest using the bank. So I made an account, a financial account. I sat with a financial advisor and I said, I want to trade stocks. You couldn't trade Forex anywhere. Like it was only a few brokers that you could use. So I'm like, I want to trade stocks. Go to the bank, sit down with the financial advisor. And I said, I want to buy stocks. You couldn't buy, there was no leverage with stocks. There was no apps with stocks. You couldn't buy fractions of a stock. You either had the money or you didn't. So if you wanted to buy a stock, you had to buy the full thing. And in some cases, they wouldn't let you buy. Did they offer? No. No leverage. No way. The only place you got leverage was with Forex. And it wasn't a lot. It wasn't a lot of leverage. I sat down with the financial advisor and I said, I want to trade stocks. How much money do you have? A few $100s. He said, you don't have enough to buy any stock, really. So I started to look at like small stocks that were like $8, $5, penny stocks, stuff like that. Because I would hear stories, like how you hear meme coin stories of people putting in $10 in a meme token and then it takes off to the moon. Remember, crypto didn't exist yet. But we would hear stories of people putting money into penny stocks and then they go from like 1 cent, 2 cents, all the way up to $1 or $2, $5, $30. So we were looking for penny stocks. And he said, okay, when you buy a stock, the commission is $30 to buy it and to sell it. There was a commission to buy it and then a commission to sell it. So I don't remember what the exact amounts were, but it was a lot. It's way more than $5. So whatever you put your money into, it better make more than the commission. Like the spread on charts, the spread was basically the commission was basically the spread, and it was a lot. So you better hope that whatever you buy into is a big winner. Yeah, $30 for a penny stock. It didn't matter what it was. It could have been Walmart. It was still the same commission. It didn't matter what it was. So it was a different time. Obviously a different time, but the point of this is, if you think it's difficult for you to learn and struggle and stuff, you have no idea how much easier it is for you. You asked me how I think you're doing with your entries and stuff. You're doing good. You're doing better than you think you are. You're doing better than I did, much faster, more efficiently, and more accurately. So good for you. You're doing very, very well in that sense. So me knowing the worst case scenario of bad habits and bad routines and bad groups and all that stuff, and watching you, I'm like, yeah, he's doing good. Fahad is doing good. But knowing what's missing, I could see how much faster your growth could be, and more accurately, and how much bigger it could be with the right structure in the right setting. Except it's very easy for us than yours because we have literal earth on our hands. You do, yeah. You have everything. You have absolutely everything in your hands. And now you guys have AI. We didn't have AI. No way. I wish we did. What? You're doing good. You're doing good, Fahad. When you're ready, think of it like this. The longer you take, the more expensive it is. But that's why we have different memberships for different goals. Those that are the most committed and most serious go with the elite package that we have. But depending on where people are, on their goals and current finances and stuff, I suggest they start from the entry level membership and then work their way up. AI can trade nowadays. I saw someone selling trading robots. You see, you guys think that's new. So you guys have, when I said you guys have AI, I'm talking about you have AI to help you learn. Trading bots is nothing new. Back in that day, my best friend's brother had someone that they had trading bots. They had trading bots that would trade your Forex account. And he had to pay. You think things are expensive, education and whatever. He had to pay $5,000 a month to rent the bot. Whether he made money or not, just to have the bot attached to his account was $5,000. And I remember going to his house, looking at the computer and watching the bot trade on its own. So, trading bots is nothing new. It's just more accessible and more refined these days, but it's nothing new. They promised to pass prop firm challenge. Sorry. They promised to pass prop firm challenge in fractions of a second. I don't trust that because prop firms aren't stupid. And think of it like this. If you have a bot, they can make that kind of decisions. What do you need to sell it to someone to pass a prop firm challenge? I'll just keep doubling my account. I don't need you. I don't need to sell to anybody. I wouldn't even tell anybody. I would just show up with golden shoes. Yeah, my friend's brother had the trading bot. He had it. I didn't. I didn't have money for that. My friend and I were trying to learn trading the hard way. And his brother paid for the bot. So we're trying to learn, and he has a bot. And did he getting... So some months he was making money, and some months he wasn't. But whether you made money or not, you had to pay. It's $5,000. No guarantee. It's $5,000. Now you can use the bot. If you make money, good for you. If not, that's your problem. So think about it. If you have the bots, you better be making more money. And for you to make your money back, let's say it's a profitable month, you better have an account size. You have to have an account size that allows you to play on that lot size, which at the time you couldn't do less than one lot. .01, 0.1, you couldn't do that at that time. So you had to be playing with one lots. So you better have an account that can handle that. And yeah, it was a lot for that time. 5,000? That's crazy money. It's like I said to Hassan a while ago. Because he's learning SK. He's learning SK. It's good he's learning for free, but at some point, like, at some point you need to pay for the full thing because you're not really learning the full SK. Hopefully that helps, Fahad. I'm sorry that girl broke your heart. I'm glad that she helped spark a fire of motivation in you. So that's good. Let me show you this. When was the first iPhone? I remember seeing this in a newspaper before it came out, when they were just talking about the idea. Look. It was officially announced January 9, 2007. I remember my cousin went to the same high school as me, and he had an iPod. He got it from someone that stole it from some Korean kid. Well, that's what he told me. So I remember seeing it and I was just like blown away because there was no one had an iPod. Like, no one had even heard of an iPod. No one knew what the hell an iPod was. 2001. So I was 13. 13, I remember high school when I saw it. I was grade 9. So I was 14. So a few years after this came out. Here's this one. It's crazy. This was like it to have. And then I remember walking by the magazine store during high school, and they were drawing up ideas on the magazines of what they think an iPhone could look like in the future. And then when they announced this, I remember seeing it, that it's official. And then, you know, then they launched the iPhone. It's crazy times. And even to have an iPhone, there was no point. If you had an iPhone, then you had money to waste. The average person didn't have an iPhone. Here's the iPhone 1, 2, 3. I had the 3GS. I had the 3GS, 4, 4S, 5. From the 5, I waited all the generations from the 5. And then I got the X. I have it here in a drawer somewhere. And then from the X, I upgraded to the 15 Pro Max. I have my 4S here. I use it like an iPod. You don't even know what an iPod is. iPod is basically an MP3 player. In early days of high school, this is what I had. Disc. It was Discman. This one. Was it this one? No, this one. This one. I had this. This one was the best. So let's rewind to before MP3 players. You'd play your CD, and these were like revolutionary because it would play MP3 files on your CD. So this was like the thing to have, and that's what I was using in grade 9. Before that, I had this anti-shock disc. I had this one. Actually, I had this one too. This one. I had this one too. This one was my favorite before the MP3 Panasonic. This one I would listen to 8 Mile and Eminem CDs to go to sleep. And then before this, as a kid, I don't remember the brand. I think it was Philips Walkman. Could have been Sony. No, I think it was Sony. I don't remember the brand. I think it was Sony. So it went from this. This was my journey. I had this cassette player as a kid to listen to music. And there was no downloading. Didn't exist. So you'd have to like wait for the song to come out on the radio and then hit record. Or like hope that somebody bought the original and then record it from there, and then you make your own cassettes. And then we went to CDs, and I had this exact one here on the right. And then things got fancier, and then you were able to have MP3 files on your CD. And then I got this one. It was stolen. So this one here on the right. It was awesome. And then from here it was MP3 players. I don't remember the name of the MP3 players that I had. I didn't have an iPod until they made this. This was the most advanced thing at the time. iPod Nano, 2 gigabytes or 4 gigabytes. I was working at Burger King. And I saved up all my money and I bought it. It was like $200 or something like that. I don't remember how much. 200 or 400, I don't remember what it was. It was this one here. And then I got scammed for it. I got scammed, robbed, however you want to call it. There you go. 4 gig model price at $249. See, $249 Canadian, which was a lot. It's a lot of money. A lot of money for a what? 18-year-old? At the time, working at Burger King. $249, yep. It's a lot. Plus tax. So $249. 15% tax, so it was $286.35. And I think I was making $7 or $8 an hour. Let's say 8. So it was 40 hours worth of work, which I wasn't working 40 hours because I was working part-time. So that was at least 3 to 4 weeks of work. So it's like, just call it a whole month's paycheck working at Burger King. It's a whole month's paycheck to get that. It was not cheap. To show up with a iPod Nano, because it was a smaller iPod. You had an iPod Nano, you had money to spend. But I didn't want 2 gigs. I wanted 4 gigs. So that's what I got, 4 gigs. And now we're talking in terabytes. Your micro SD card has a terabyte. External hard drives in the 16 terabytes. Think about it. Oh, do I have that here? Hold on. This will blow your mind. Let me take you blast from the past since you can't sleep. This will make you flip your wig. Hold on. I can't find it. I know I have it, but I don't know where it is right now. But I have it around here somewhere. I still have my floppy disk from high school. What's this? 3. So in high school, when we'd be doing our work, doing reports, whatever, we'd have to, save your work. You make a report or whatever, an essay. It was ideal if you had your own memory card. It was this. Look. Five and a half inch, 3.5, 3.25, 5. Tracks and high precision head guidance mechanism with a capacity of 120 megabytes. So you better not have had Too many pictures. Too many pictures or too many Word documents. Because then it would fill up your disk. I have it here. I know I do. I'm never throwing that out. Have my mom's. It's my old phone. This was my iPhone 5. Then I gave it to my mom. Just had it here in my drawer. I replaced the screen for her. Oh, here it is. Thought I was lying. Fujifilm MF2HD formatted for IBM PS2 and compatibles. 1.44 megabytes. It's a lot of memory. I used the yellow one because it stood out. You didn't really see yellow ones, and I painted it black so you'd know it's mine. Check this out. Fahad always gets the sauce. You get to see all the extra stuff. Hold on. My 4S. It's in like mint condition. Has a screen protector on the front. That's like mint. $4S 5. Oh, it still works. This works better than this. The 4S works better than my 5. $4S 15 Pro Max. I'll prove it to you. I started to use it like an iPod. I just haven't used it in a while. Give it a minute to turn on and we'll see what happens. Let it charge. It's charging. Give me 1 sec, Fahad. My dog wants to go out. Be right back. All right. Alrighty. Righty, right. Still charging. Yeah, it's a different charging port. I just put electrical tape. Still worked. Why buy another one if you don't have to? You get a blast from the past today, Fahad. Well, since we're here, news in 3 minutes. Well, we wait for iPhone 4S to charge. What is the oldest iPhone that you've seen, Fahad? In person. Your mom has a BlackBerry, but do you know which BlackBerry? If you're out there, it was probably this one. BlackBerry Pearl or BlackBerry 3310. No. Is it 9300? The Curve. BlackBerry Curve. It's probably this one. iPhone 5. So, this one. I still think that these were a good size. These are a good size as a phone and to have things like on hand. Because like Steve Jobs made things so that as the user it's easier to have. So you can actually reach the full screen with one hand. No problem. So if you look, even like stretching, yeah, I guess I could sell them in a museum. But then now, like look, 15 Pro Max, I can't really reach the end of the screen here. Like it sucks to go all the way to the top. It's not the same. It's way more difficult to handle a 15 Pro Max. Like I get the cases with this so that I can support my hand so I can go that far. So I hold it like this. If Steve Jobs saw that we have to do that to use his devices, he would wake up out of the grave and slap Tim Cook, the current CEO. Still charging. I don't know. Let's see. Fahad, don't you have school or work in the morning? You're always welcome to stay as long as you want, of course. I don't want to get you in trouble. It's weekend. What the heck are you talking about? What do you mean it's the weekend? It would be Friday when you wake up, right? Your weekend is Friday, Saturday? That's weird. I plugged in the iPhone 5, and that's loading up faster. I did not know that your weekend there is Friday, Saturday. Here it's Saturday, Sunday. For you, it's Saturday, Sunday. So then, I'm confused now. For you, it's Saturday, Sunday, but your weekend starts Friday, Saturday, and tomorrow is a weekend, which is Friday. But your weekend starts Saturday, Sunday, but in our region in Bangladesh is Friday, Saturday. So is it a weekend for you tomorrow or not? This was my first phone, by the way. 3390. No, it's 3360. 3360 or 3360. 3310. No, it wasn't the 10. I wanted the 10. It's 3360. This was my first phone. The legendary Nokia. Yes, so it's weekend. Okay. So, no party. Oh, you want to see? Today, when you guys want to build a computer, you just, unless you're going to buy it pre-made, you can order the parts, build it yourself, go online and watch tutorials and like custom make it and GeForce graphic cards and fans and lights and stuff. When I was a kid, when I was growing up, it was whatever Dell and IBM and Mac was selling. And I remember seeing this Hot Wheels PC. This was a gaming computer. This was like for marketing. There was a Hot Wheels, obviously for kids. And then there was a Barbie. Oh, I didn't even realize I still had this up here. The trade. Yeah, sorry guys. Closed out a while ago. If you still are hanging on, I hope you have your stop loss in place. We secured 60 pips down here. Sorry, I was distracted to memory lane and stuff. If you're still hanging on, if you got in on the modest, or more modest, just manage your trade accordingly. If you're still in, let me know. I think that's good to call it a day from there. Fahad, go to sleep. I think I should take a nap. Why not? It's only 12:40 p.m. Nothing wrong with taking a nap. Thank you, Fahad, for staying, and everybody else that's here with us. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. Show some love. We try to go live every day or as often as possible. We have a free community. Info is down below, so make sure you join the Telegram channel. If you're serious about learning and advancing in your trading journey, we have a free community also. So we have a free channel and a free community. We don't let just anybody in the free community. You have to go through me. We're not looking for beggars, choosers, or people that want things done for them. We're looking for serious people like Fahad over here. They want to learn or be in the right type of environment that helps you grow. DM me or comment so I know you're serious. Otherwise, like, subscribe, keep smiling. Don't let anybody piss you off. See y'all tomorrow. Or I'll see you in the chats. Fahad, no milk, no dairy. Have a good night, get some rest, and enjoy your weekend.